We have reviewed the pronunciation in the previous video, and I see you have survived. So now we have to concentrate on the grammar. First, the verb and its pronoun, je suis, I am. For now, just see how the construction of the sentence follows exactly the same rules as in English. Subject, verb, complement. I didn't lie to you when I told you French is easy. The French language has definite and indefinite articles, just like in English. The main difference is that, as I mentioned in my first video, the French language has genders for all nouns. So there are 2 definite articles and 2 indefinite articles. The definite article is either le, the masculine version, either la, the feminine version. In here, boy is obviously masculine and girl and woman obviously feminine. So you get the boy le garçon and the girl la fille, the woman la femme. Note how the French were so kind as to start both fille and femme with an F like feminine. So the can be either le or la, depending on the gender of the noun. French also has 2 indefinite articles for a. Un for the masculine and une for the feminine. So obviously it is un garçon, une fille, une femme. Note that un also means one, but that's another story. Let's summarize this lesson. I am is je suis. The definite article the is either le or la, depending on the gender of the noun. The indefinite article a is either un or une, depending on the gender of the noun as well. I am a boy, je suis un garçon. I am the woman, je suis la femme. I am a girl, je suis une fille. I will also regularly answer some extra questions that arise in the comments of the different sentences in the Duolingo lessons. Don't hesitate to ask some questions in the comments of the videos. First of all, there are lots of questions on the vocabulary. You will find a lot of words that don't have an exact one-for-one translation between French and English. In fact, no languages have this exact equivalence. Even English on its own doesn't have it. For instance, if you say the bill, you may be speaking about completely different things on different sides of the Atlantic. So yes, get used having words meaning several different things. For instance, if you have listened to the video in French, you may have noticed that when I speak about my wife, I say ma femme, because femme can mean both woman and wife. Who said French was a macho language? I saw many people asking questions about garçon. First of all, it means boy, it doesn't mean child, which is a different word. Would you say a child is a boy? Certainly not. Another thing is that many people believe that the word garçon can be used to call a waiter at the restaurant. Maybe in old black and white movies, or in very high society restaurants. But don't try calling the waiters that way in France. You will sound very old-fashioned, patronizing and pedantic. Use more polite expressions such as s'il vous plaît or excusez-moi instead. Another word that triggers many questions is fille, which means both girl and daughter. Whenever there is a possessive around it, such as ma fille, my daughter, la fille de Pierre, Peter's daughter, then it is daughter. Otherwise, it should be girl. That's it for this lesson. I hope you have learned new things here. See you soon!